The Confessions of Saint Augustine, Book 3, Chapter 12. You gave her meantime another answer, which I call to mind. For much I pass by, hasting to those things which more press me to confess unto you, and much I do not remember. You gave her then another answer by a priest of yours, a certain bishop brought up in your church, and well studied in your books, whom, when this woman had entreated to vouchsafe to converse with me, refute my errors, and teach me ill things, and teach me good things. For this he was wont to do when he found persons fitted to receive it. He refused wisely, as I afterwards perceived. For he answered that I was yet unteachable, being puffed up with the novelty of that heresy, and had already perplexed divers unskilful persons with captious questions, as she had told him. But let him alone a while, says he, only pray God for him. He will of himself by reading find what that error is, and how great its impiety. At the same time he told her how himself, when a little one, had, by his seduced mother, been consigned over to the Manichees, and had not only read, but frequently copied out almost all their books, and had, without any argument or proof from any one, seen how much that sect was to be avoided, and had avoided it. Which when he had said, and she would not be satisfied, but urged him more, with entreaties and many tears, that he would see me and discourse with me. He, a little displeased at her importunity, said, Go your ways, and God bless you, for it is not possible that the son of these tears should perish. Which answer she took, as she often mentioned in her conversations with me, as if it had sounded from heaven. Book 4, Chapter 1. For this space of 9 years, from my 19th year to my 8th and 28th, we lived seduced and seducing, deceive and deceiving, in divers lusts, openly by sciences which they call labor, secretly with a false named religion, here proud, there superstitious, everywhere vain. Here hunting after the emptiness of popular praise, down even to theatrical applauses and poetic prizes, and strives for grassy garlands, and the follies of shows, and the intemperance of desires. There, desiring to be cleansed from these defilements, by carrying food to those who were called elect and holy, out of whom, in the workhouse of their stomachs, they should forge for us angels and gods, by whom we might be cleansed. These things did I follow and practice with my friends, deceived by me and with me. Let the arrogant mock me, and such as have not been, to their soul's health, stricken and cast down by you, O my God. But I would still confess to you mine own shame in your praise. Suffer me, I beseech you, and give me grace to go over in my present remembrance the wanderings of my forepast line, and to offer unto you the sacrifice of thanksgiving. For what am I to myself without you, but a guide to mine own downfall? Or what am I even at the best, but an infant sucking the milk you gave, and feeding upon you the food that perishes not? But what sort of man is any man, seeing he is but a man? Let now the strong and the mighty laugh at us, but let us poor and needy confess unto you. Chapter 2. In those years I taught rhetoric, and overcome by cupidity made sail of loquacity to overcome by, of loquacity to overcome by. Yet I preferred, Lord, you know, honest scholars, as they are accounted, and these I, without artifice, taught artificers, not to be practiced against the life of the guiltless, though sometimes for the life of the guilty. And you, O God, from afar perceived me stumbling in that slippery course, and amid much smoke, sending out some sparks of faithfulness, which I showed in that my guidance of such as loved vanity, and sought after leasing myself their companion. In those years I had one, not in that which is called lawful marriage, but whom I had found out in a wayward passion, void of understanding, yet but one, remaining faithful even to her, in whom I, in my own case, experienced what difference there is betwixt the self-restraint of the marriage covenant for the sake of issue and the bargain of a lustful love, where children are born against their parents' will, although once born, they constrain love. I remember also that when I had settled to enter the list for a theatrical prize, some wizard asked me what I would give him to win. But I, detesting and abhorring such false mysteries, answered, Thou the garland whereof imperishable gold, I would not suffer a fly to be killed to gain me it. For he was to kill some living creatures in his sacrifices, and by those honors to invite the devils to favor me. But this ill also I rejected, not out of a pure love for you, O God, of my heart, for I knew not how to love you, who knew not how to conceive aught beyond a material brightness. And does not a soul, sighing after such fictions, commit fornication against you, trust in things unreal, and feed the wind? Still I would not forsooth have sacrifices offered to devils for me, to whom I was sacrificing myself by that superstition. For what else is it to feed the wind, but to feed them, that is, by going astray, to become their pleasure and derision?